20 years ago in North America, Sony released a handheld that felt futuristic, and it did feel futuristic in many ways. Think about tech that was released 20 years ago, what a PC could do already, or a cell phone. The PSP was nearly all of that, and you could say it was a phone too, when Skype was available to it. Besides the main feature the PSP is known for, I took advantage of the other features when I got it back in 2005. Music. Adding all my music to the PSP was such an ease, and I always like to display the visualizer, add the album cover art to the folder. The PSP's headphone jack is one of the best that I've come across. I did own the 2000 and 3000 models, though I'm referring to the 1001's headphone jack. 20 years later, and as soon as I plugged in my headphones, I was brought back to 2005. The PSP came with earbuds and a remote control adapter so you could control music or video, though even without them, any headphones plugged in sounded awesome once you found the EQ setting you liked. I always set mine to unique. I did have a pair of Sony earbuds released in 2006. Sadly, I cannot find my original pair. I would like to get my hands on a new pair for nostalgic reasons, which leads me to the headphones I recommend for today, which are cheap but very good, around $20. They are lightweight and they come in different colors. The Koss KPH-14K are a perfect match for the PSP for gaming, music, and movies. The sound of them are very powerful. Sony did a great job on the headphone jack. There could be multiple reasons for it, but let's move on. Video. Video playback on the PSP is very good. I ripped quite a few Blu-ray movies, TV shows ranging from the mid-1990s all the way to present day. The detail from this display still holds up. I found that the picture to be very pleasing, especially with cartoons. It was really fun in the early days getting MP4s, movies, music videos, even the PlayStation TV show, The Tester. The largest file I've seen is 1.1 gigabytes for a full movie, most average 300 to 700 megabytes of video, that being a single layer or dual layer Blu-ray 25 gigabytes to 50 gigabytes. The speakers on the 1001 are loud enough and sound good from my experience with gaming, music, and video. My PSP is still stock and hasn't been modded in terms of a new case or screen. The stock sharp screen is still shockingly nice all these years later, with a resolution of 480 by 272, which is closer to 280p. It's really nice on the 4.3-inch display when viewing movies. I believe the 1001 has warmer colors compared to the other models, which I enjoy over cool tones. The display did get better on later models, brighter and more contrast. After coming back to the PSP in 2025, I'm still amazed. The UI is the PS3 before the PS3, with the XMB menu still remaining the best period. The PSP remains very pleasing to navigate around. No need for internet, passwords. Despite the PSP having a web browser and online capability, the way you use the PSP is plug and play. There is a path being made for more ownership and physical media again, with big companies wanting to package the new releases better than before for us, the collector. The PSP is a bridge of taking your physical media digitally with you on the go, though without any ads, recommendations flooding your page, updates needed. The ease of clicking on music or videos, pressing play every time never gets tiring. There is a place for streaming, but there needs to be a balance between streaming and physical releases. Gaming. Gaming on the PSP still feels fun and is very enjoyable. There are games on the system with impressive physics also. This is the era of gaming at its peak, and the portable gaming scene was really interesting at the time. The PSP has many classics and a boatload of fun racing games. Not mentioning the obvious titles, two plain fun games are Ratatouille and G-Force. They still hold up well, and I owned G-Force on PS3, and the PSP version still looks very detailed compared to the PS3 version. It's a shame these style platforming action games don't exist like they used to. My PSP is sporting a 128GB SD card. The Memory Stick Pro Duo was at the time fairly fast, though being proprietary meant you had to buy a memory stick and couldn't use an SD card. Until now. I read that the PSP can read up to half a terabyte, though what I found is anything over 128GB, it gets unstable. I don't have any interest in porting over my Sega Genesis games or emulating other systems. I have my system set up to play PSP, PS1, and PSP mini games, which left me with a lot of extra space that I occupied with movies, TV shows, and music. The system can be used as a camera and take photos, though I didn't see myself using this feature as much. Instead, I added photos to use as wallpapers instead. To finalize this video, reasons why a PSP is worth owning. If you want to have a local device offline from the world, have ownership over the media you enjoy, that you can look back on or even pass down the line years later, the PSP is still an all-in-one system for you, even if you aren't into gaming or want to mod the system in other ways. The PSP line all have removable batteries, which needs to make a comeback on newer devices being released today. The days of zero repairability have to end. The PSP is easy to service and mod. I understand that the screen may be considered small today, though having a handheld media player that isn't your phone still feels right. Though with that, leave your comments down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you in the next one.